Okay, we have a working camera. I was lucky I was able to have find a charger for this camera. So I bought this camera with the battery. Now I'm back to my quarters. I bought a board game, uh, Mr. Mount. This is a Pac-Man version. That's why I bought it, because it's Pac-Man. And he spins. And this is a board game I never had when I was younger. So it's a nostalgia feel that I wanted to have. And there are a few more board games like this that I do want to have. I was able to find a lot at the donation store. Um, a little piece like this. There's another version of this, which is a frog. This is an earlier one. Uh, it caught my attention because of the nostalgia feel, and there is a battery in it, so it opens up, and there's little arms you put out, and you just flick. When the mouth opens, you flick in a little coin, and that's it. That's it. And the paddle comes into it. So, I don't know if this is worth having or not, but there's a few little board games like this that I want to have. These are little pieces that would go into the mouth. There's another one I've seen with the same name, Mr. Mouth. And it's a frog, but this one's the one with the Pac-Man, the earlier one. Nice vintage graphics. And fortunately, I had to pay a little bit to have it off eBay, about 30 bucks plus shipping. And other people had it closer to 70, 80 bucks. And these old vintage games, they add a lot to shipping. Sometimes they'll work. They did say it was working. I haven't tested because it needs a large battery in there. But there's a few of these pieces I want to have. I could just display this portion of the game. I don't want to display games yet. I do have a shelf of board games in my other room, for my toy room. And there's a few board games I'm hunting for. So at least two more board games I want. I might try to get a couple of handhelds this year. So and then I'll come into toys and figures, comic book figures, or wrestling come summer. I won't be on media anymore. I decided to stop collecting media, coming into toys more, and then figures, and these board games. Few still I'm looking for. They're kind of expensive on eBay because of shipping. At least 50 bucks worth, 40 bucks worth plus shipping. So they can get up to 100 bucks pretty quickly if you believe that. For the vintage board game. And I'm going to try to get some handhelds as well. And just a little nostalgia feel to have something like this. There's another one exactly the same like this, but it's a frog. Kind of a bit earlier version of it. And this is the original version, earlier version. I never see this in the store at all. So I had to pay up a little bit to get it. And little stuff like this brings back memories of childhood, like racetracks and stuff like that. Monopoly, little stuff like that I want to have. So this camera is nice and awesome. I found this camera last year. It was missing a charger and it came with the battery. I do have either one on backup, but I might have to buy a computer this year. So we'll see how things go in terms of adding old media. But I could always come back into games next year, get one or two games, one movie, an old horror movie or something. But for the most part, I do want to switch into toys and get rid of some of the dolls I have. So you're buying off eBay, you're paying at least 40 bucks for a piece like this, plus another 40 bucks on shipping, so you're paying almost 100 bucks for something vintage. Lucky this seller was kind of low, so I paid 30 bucks on it, plus I think I had about 20 bucks on shipping, so it was around 50 bucks, maybe 60 bucks after tax. So that was okay. Other people listed more, and other sellers weren't completely sure theirs was working. Um, they listed for parts. Sometimes even for parts it might be working because they don't test them. But there's still one or two old board games I want, like this childhood favorites stuff I never had. If something interesting comes up, something vintage like this, that catches my attention. I do enjoy these old board games. This one you can play on your own. You don't need to have multiple people playing. Um, so some of these board games you do need two people, but for the nostalgia feel, I like to collect board games. Hopefully, there's a couple more that I really want to have, but they're running about $100 a piece because of shipping. So I don't know if I'll get to them, but we'll see if I can get another one coming in. And then I'll switch over into figures and toys, comic book figures, maybe wrestling come spring or summer. Because I do want to start that and remove some of the haunted dolls that I have, or vintage dolls that I have on display in my movie room. Thanks for watching. So this one is going into the second room, into the toy room, where I have a shelf of old board games. I found a lot locally. I've never seen this one, so very happy to have it. Hopefully it works. It needs a large battery on the inside, and just opens up, and it catches. I like this one over the frog. So I never seen it locally, so I had to pay a little bit for it. Thanks for watching.